Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a button act like a lever. A lever, as you know, will always have two states. It can either be on or off. A button is similar. It can be on or off, but when you press it, it usually goes on for a second and then immediately turns off. So it's very hard for you to get something like opening a door that would be in time enough for you to pass through normally. So it always will just open and close. When you press the button, this door opens, but it does not close. Press it again, it closes. This is how it works. When you press the button, it unpowers this torch, which would cause this and this both to go off. However, it still has to go through these repeaters, and until the signal goes all the way through these repeaters, this will stay on, causing this to power that block, which turns that torch off. It stays in these for a long enough time so that by the time it reaches here, there's already signal in here, but it hasn't yet reached here. So it turns this off, leaving this on for one tick. Then this comes back on, turning it on, causing it to immediately turn off. This is why it's called a one-tick pulse. As you can see, this redstone torch only stayed on for one tick. This is how you build it. What you're going to need is some solid blocks, a button, redstone torches, one sticky piston, and 4 redstone repeaters. You start by putting a button on a block. This could be any block. If you don't want it here, you could put it on a block over here, and it would have the same effect. However, if you just want to build it like this, just to figure it out for yourself, we'll just put it here for now. You then want to place a redstone torch on the back of this block. The next thing you're going to want to do is place redstone in this formation. The reason for this is because it just marks where your repeaters are going to be. So then you place the repeaters. Make sure they are all facing the correct direction. This you just leave normal. This, you right click 3 times so that it's set to the max. This, you right click 3 times so it's set to the max. This, you right click once. Then you place a block here. Do not place a block here because then it will not be powered. The redstone must be facing the block. Then you put another torch on top, and you immediately attach a sticky piston. You could also do this on any side. So you could do it here, here. To make it as compact as possible, we're going to put it here. You then make sure the sticky piston is facing this way, or away from the torch, and then place a solid block right next to it. Then what you're going to want is a solid power source, which is generally just a redstone torch, followed by redstone dust to power the block. The signal will then be carried through the block by a redstone repeater as soon as it touches the block. What you're then going to do is just attach this to any device you want. For demonstration purposes, we'll use this lamp. What happens with the piston is when it does a one-tick pulse, it will briefly go on, but it doesn't have another tick to detect that it's attached to this block and pull it back. So it'll leave it there. However, it will have one tick when it goes back into power when I press the button again, and it will bring it back, causing this to unpower. Here's an example of what you can do with this. If you wanted, I could attach a button here and attach it to the same signal that that button is attached to, so that I could close the door from the inside. What I've done here is, as I've explained in the demonstration, is I've just extended where the button is. Instead of being right on the block, I extend it using redstone. It goes through this, goes to the one-tick pulse, and then gets carried out onto these 2 torches, which get powered on or off. It opens the door, and closes the door. So if you want to use buttons instead of levers, this is how.